Hey YouTube, what's up? And today in my video, I'm going to talk about my Super Bowl 53 predictions and who I think is going to win it. But first, I'm going to tell you about how both teams got to this point. The Patriots went 11-5 and won the AFC East for the 10th straight year. In the divisional round, they dispatched the LA Chargers 41-28 and then went on the road in Kansas City and beat them 37-31 in overtime. And the LA Rams, they went 13-3, won the West for the second year in a row. First, they beat the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott 30-22 at home, and then they went on the road into Dome of Death and beat the Saints in overtime 26-23 after falling behind 13-0. And um, and the only other reason they're here is because of that bad call missed by the official on that pass by Drew Brees when on third down when Brees threw the ball to Tommy Lee Lewis and Nikhil Roby-Coleman wasn't called for a penalty, a pass interference penalty that would have given the Saints a first down inside the 5. The Saints would have run down the clock and then kicked the game-winning field goal, but that didn't happen, and that's why the Rams are here. And now for my prediction, I believe the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl again, based on the fact that I think Tom Brady will neutralize the Rams' pass rush by throwing short passes and um, and controlling the clock and the running game taking over, which will limit the opportunities that this explosive Ram offense will have. And another thing I'm going to mention, if the Rams are going to win this game, it's going to be at least by 2 possessions because we all know once you get into a tight ball game with the Patriots, it's the Patriots who are most likely to pull out the victory. Just look at what they did last week in Kansas City and what they have done throughout the Super Bowl. Like, they all come down till the end. Like the first Super Bowl when they beat the St. Louis Rams to start the dynasty, it was a 3-point game in which Adam Vinatieri nailed the game-winning field goal. And then 2 years later, they beat the Panthers on a game-winning field goal. And then the year after that, they won a 3-point game against the Philadelphia Eagles. And then 10 years later, they beat the Seattle Seahawks by 4 points after Malcolm Butler had that amazing interception on the goal line. I still can't believe Seattle was still dumb to this day to throw the ball. Even all they had to do was run it with Marshawn Lynch, and they would have won. And also, they they beat the Falcons by 6 points in overtime in Super Bowl 51. And let's not forget, even when they lose the Super Bowl, it's a close game because they lost by 3 points to Eli Manning the first time in Super Bowl 42, and then 4 years later they lost to them by 4 points, and then last year they lost by 8 points to the Philadelphia Eagles. On the last play of the game, Tom Brady's Hail Mary from midfield fell incomplete in the end zone. So yeah, so for the Rams to win, they got to have a 2 possession lead at least. And when they do have a multi-possession lead, they got to be smart and run the ball and not be the Falcons. You know, if the Falcons had just run the ball in the fourth quarter in that Super Bowl 2 years ago, they would have won and the Patriots would have lost. So this is the formula for the Rams to beat Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. And when the Rams are on offense, they know that their best player is going to be taken away on the outside, which is Brandon Cooks, because he's the receiver who takes the top off the defense. And they're going to make Robert Woods beat them. And the thing to know about this game is that Cooper Kupp, who was hurt during the season, is not playing this game. So Jared Goff is going to have to, come out with some big plays in critical situations. So, yeah. And Todd Gurley's going to have to, have a breakout performance for them to win. So that's it. That's all. This is my predictions for Super Bowl 52. And if you want more content in the future, please click the subscribe button down below. I'm out.